Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing one of the topic that is India account. In India account, basically we are discussing one topic that is SBI account, Amazon account, and last is after 2 days the earthquake is going to come. So one of the person told that the lava creation basically that is the future creation. So one person told that I will here basically I am taking the example of Mumbai city. In Mumbai city, basically the lava creation basically is ongoing. So one of the person told that what is the future of Bollywood basically? That is basically inside the lava. Then the lava creator group told that basically yes, basically it's there in the lava. Then one of the person told that what is the future of in Mumbai basically, and Mumbai basically that means India. What is the future of software company in Mumbai? Is that basically in the lava basically, which is basically dumped under the land? Then the answer was yes, basically. So whatever business basically the software company, Bollywood people basically are going to get the business, that all are basically dumped into that lava basically. So one of the person told that then the Bollywood writers basically writes the stories basically, right? That basically is coming from where basically? That is also question basically. They basically don't get. They basically just producer tells that basically this is the topic and you write, but they exactly write same way basically which was dumped in the lava city basically lava data. So that is also question basically. So one of the person told that each and everything basically which is going to happen in India. One of the person told that whatever basically that means the 93 bomb blast was going to happen, that was basically dumped into the lava basically. That is also question basically, because whatever thing basically is going to happen in Mumbai, that means this was also basically dumped into the lava area. So one person told that whatever task basically which Mumbai city is going to do from Mumbai land, that is dumped long before inside the lava. And according to that, basically they are getting the money, they are getting the resources. Resources means businessmen basically, and the other groups basically. That basically everything happens automatically. You will not believe it basically. So one of the person who is basically into this creation basically, that is the lava creation. Who is into the lava creation? Because that is the future creation. That is the future creation basically. So one person told that lava is created how basically. That is also created from one of the chemicals data basically. So where is that chemical plant basically? Lots of people says that it might be some ONGC, IPCL or basically Reliance, but they are not reached up to that level basically. And India basically don't have control of that. So one of the person told that India basically have to take the control, because if they want to create the future basically, then they have to take, and in front of the world basically that is South Africa. So who is basically that country who's actually writing the entire Bollywood, entire software industry? Software industry is going to get 1 lakh project within just 2 3 months. So that basically how where it is written basically. After that written basically, that is basically everything basically it's written into the that server thing basically. I had discussed that basically. That server basically dumps each and every projects. So that projects everything basically are dumped according to this lava data. The reason whatever projects basically the Mumbai is going to do for the base of that land basically, so that basically whenever they are going to think that time basically the earthquake is not supposed to happen. So you can just imagine basically when human is basically thinking na, because in one project basically how many people might be there, minimum basically 2000, 3000 people might be there na. So these all basically are going to think. So when that will think, when that thinking basically will get merged basically in the meeting hall or wherever basically, sometime basically it might convert to earthquake also. Sometime basically it converts to earthquake also. So one of the person told that, so this lava creation basically is the very dangerous thing. So assume that basically one of the nuclear power company, they basically writes the chemical data, but without writing somewhere basically in book or basically in computer, that basically this much data is required, this much data is required, that much data is required in the chemical, so that the sand or the land basically can be created. So for that basically somewhere basically you have to write them basically. That basically comes to the project management plans basically, of the land of the Mumbai land creation. So who basically write that basically, and on the basis of what basically they write? Because investment basically is going to get according to this. So is it that basically Mumbai city basically is going to get whatever investment basically, that data basically somebody have, and according to that basically the lava data has done. So in this basically something conflict basically happened that time basically. So that time the investment plan group basically, that is the banking group basically, that is the World Bank group and the World Health Organization groups, they have done the backup plans basically. Because you can't depend on one person basically. For example, in India basically, Tata's and Ambani's and Mittals. So you can't depend on these people basically. If government is telling that basically yeah basically investment नहीं हो रहा, एक काम करो, pick the Tata's, Ambani's and Mittals. Because one person with group basically can't do everything basically, because they also have the expense, they also have the personal life, they also have to run their company, they also have to uh, run their companies. So investment backup is always must basically. Reason one person basically can't be into the investment. So one of the person told that in the lava basically how each and every conditions are written, that is one very dangerous thing basically. For example, due to some reason basically Tata group basically is not able to do the investment in Mumbai, just taking as an example, but he basically donates the money, that is different thing basically. So here just I'm taking the example of Tata groups because they are peace group basically. So they are basically not doing the investment basically in Mumbai. Instead of that basically some American businessman came and he invested basically in Mumbai. So how that land basically will know that Tata Group has not done the investment and American one of the person basically has done the investment? How basically the land knows basically? That is question basically. Because on the base of that only the projects gets activated. Because Tata's project basically are totally different, and that American person basically projects are totally different. Both projects are dumped into the land basically. It's very dangerous thing basically. The things basically which I am discussing, that is very very dangerous. So how basically that gets activated? That American businessman basically has done the investment. So on the base of that, the future of Mumbai basically for particular time basically it's going to be. So how on the base of what basically the people discuss? What are those parameters basically? How basically land basically knows basically that energy basically has to be deactivate and this energy has to be activate. Lots of people say that tectonic plates are there basically. Tectonic plates are also there basically. But lots of people say then basically how the energy basically which has to be generated, how tectonic plates basically knows that I have to generate the energy. The another tectonic plates which was connected with the Tata group, that basically is not supposed to generate. So few people says that basically the lava creation actually, that in that basically one of the part is tectonic plate creation also. Tectonic plate creation means the land basically, but that is basically under the earth, under the land basically, you can say, where basically we are staying, and that merge with the earth planet land. So another person look how basically that get activated, because that means the sand basically uh, is also basically like a human basically. That is very dangerous question basically. I'm telling you basically, because that is connected with the human body basically. For example, this basically I am telling basically many less people might be knowing. And currently, what is the time basically? Then when basically I'm discussing. So one of the person told that, for example, Tata Group basically which project he was going to create. That time basically 1 crore people basically was going to be taken into picture. But when American people basically has done the investment, that time basically 2 crore people basically are there, and he have the list of that 2 crore people. So one person told that 2 crore people basically gets activate in the American project, and according to the American project, whatever they are doing, their energy basically connects to the tectonic plates. But that is how possible, yeah, basically, because tectonic plates means it's basically thousand kilometer down basically. That basically how gets activated, yeah, basically from the human power basically. So human power is that much powerful basically. That is also a question, yeah, basically. And human basically are doing the projects in company basically, inside the company. That is also question, yeah, basically. Lots of people says that missiles basically takes the data, and that basically data goes into the satellite, and satellite basically do the activation. Satellites do the activation. So one of the person told that the tectonic plates or basically the lava creation basically which is happening, that is the future, right? And Earth planet is creating what? Earth planet is creating planets. So that is also future. But here the question is how basically the project gets activated. Here basically it's a human basically. That American project, American person basically got the project. So due to that basically his 2 crore people basically got information that the project basically we got it, and we are going to do that project. So according to that, the underground basically the lava which is dumped basically, that is dumped of Tata Group also, and that American person also. So the entire investment plan basically, that is very dangerous topic. That basically is done by not by the banks basically. That is some totally different finance group basically, who are actually connected with the banks. In that bank, World Bank is also one of the bank. So there is one financial group basically, who basically are calculating each and every investment basically, that this person can do investment, this person can do investment, this person can do investment. Alternatively, if he will not do the investment, that person is there, that person is there. Like this basically they do the investment. According to this, everything basically, this data are given to the, and according to the investment basically, what are the projects basically, that data are also given to the lava creation group basically, that is a nuclear power company. Mostly it might be nuclear power company only, or it might be some chemical company also basically, you can say, because after creating chemical, then only nuclear power company have the role. And it might possible nuclear power company plus chemical company, they will be dumping the data according to the investment creator. So after investment creator, So investment group will say that basically this many crore, that many crore, dump it. That basically is going to happen. So somebody basically writes something that 1 lakh crore is the investment, and that basically is going to be happen in that particular land or basically that particular city. And what that city is going to generate, what that city is generating, what basically. One person told that, uh, do you know basically, Sunil, basically one thing, the tomato basically which we are getting from the land and from the chemicals, that is also connected with the lava plant, sorry, lava data. If from inside the lava basically, if we remove the tomato data from lava, then tomato will never get produced in the land also and in the chemical plant also. Lots of people says that till now basically it was the concept, what the concept was, chemical group and the nuclear power company are doing everything. But here now the concept basically has totally changed. Everything is basically here. Now basically the creation, now here the topic is 2 crore people basically are going to start the project. According to the project basically started, they started the project, and they are basically getting the energy from where basically? From power company and from the land also basically they are getting the data. So this connects to very depth basically. So the person who created everything basically, he is not from Earth planet. That is 100% sure. Or it might possible that he might have transferred his ideas to Earth planet, and somebody has created this world with. Because the world is creating perfectly as per the universe requirement. That basically, it's basically what to say basically. Coincidence, it's not a coincidence basically. Everything is happening perfectly basically. And he basically checks also. That is a very dangerous thing, na, basically. So here the question is what? The investment basically group know that basically this money is the investment. That groups are going to do the investment for future plans. So the thousand buildings basically which is created, these all are the businessmen who are going to handle that thousand floor buildings people. In that basically if they are handling, they have invested the money of water also, that basically is going to generate from the lava. So one of the person told that currently basically in Bangalore basically water crisis is ongoing. So the people who were basically into the investment of the Bangalore, that is the IT hub basically, the person who invested in the IT industry basically, he basically is where basically. He should ask the question basically to the lava department, that why basically my people basically are not getting the water. He's supposed to ask the question. He's supposed to ask the question because he has invested the money, and this investment basically mostly might be done by the Britisher time basically. British group basically might have done this investment. That is basically who? That time basically the political people also basically might not be there. That are the king's family. Basically. They have done the investment basically for the Bangalore city. So few basically king of the Karnataka might have done the investment. Karnataka group king basically might have done the investment in that lava land. So for another person to the lava, that means basically it's very old basically. That is also question basically. Question that also question arises. That question also arises basically. Or basically is it like that basically previously it was everything was happening automatically. Human basically don't have the control. That basically was doing by the satellite group. And satellite group basically transfer the data to nuclear power plant. And they told that basically now basically you have to do that everything. That thing also basically might be possible. And one thing is, satellite group also basically might be into the lava creation. So one of the person told that here's the question is same way. How the land knows that this data has to be activated? How sand basically is knowing, yeah, basically that I have to get activated. That is question, no? Basically. That is actually a very dangerous question basically. How the land is knowing everything. How the land basically is knowing everything basically. So there are many possibilities. So it might possible that the projects or basically whatever things basically you are writing into the lava company basically are giving the data to satellite group, because from Earth planet basically have that much power basically that they can activate the certain level of lava data. I don't think basically they might be having the control basically. So mostly there might be some satellite group basically who might be activating the certain level of. So that means one of the person told that each and every companies basically who are doing the projects na basically they are connected with the satellite group basically, because companies are doing what basically they are creating the projects basically, and how the projects are designed, that basically we had discussed long before basically. What is projects, this that each and everything basically we have discussed basically long before. There are basically more than 100 videos for the just for this just project only, what is actually project. And these projects basically are created in the software companies and in the companies, because company in company only software company is not there na, basically. Many types of companies are there. So one of the person told that currently what is the status of the Mumbai city, which project the Mumbai city is on, Mumbai city is doing, and which part of lava creation is ongoing. So here questions basically are too much basically. First question is which project basically Mumbai city is doing. Then basically which lava creation basically is ongoing in the Mumbai city, because lava creation never stops. Then which lava data is activated, and on the basis of activation which project basically is ongoing in Mumbai city. So in next video basically we are going to see little bit more about this topic basically, how this everything entire things basically works.